outdoor rink. The rink shack is rarely open. And the ice is in poor condition. Would you consider hiring a paid crew to maintain the Chalk River rink?
As I said in my opening remarks, I would like to see us hire someone for the rink. We have $100,000. I'd like to hire a student. I've already talked to some of the parents who are more than willing to volunteer their time. Remembering these guys work in the Army or on shift work. By having a student there, an older student, he would be there to keep the rink open from certain hours to certain hours, and this rink shack would be kept open at the same time. Thanks very much.
This winter we've had 2 people come forward that are going to open the rink building. There's definitely more hours. On the weekends, I know they're open till like 11 o'clock at night. During the week, they're open till like 9:30, 10. So we'll see how that goes this year. Years ago, when they did have somebody run the attendant, like your Uncle Pat, ran it for years, and there was grants for that, so it didn't cost the town anything. Now it costs the town out of our pocket. That's the difference. Over the years, all these fundings have been cut, so that's why there's no one there full time.
I'd like to support Dennis and what he says, and I think that hiring a student to maintain it would be an excellent idea. Not only is it good for the people here for going there, but it also helps, us hire a student and potentially have them help their career down the line. So it's, investing in somebody in this community to begin with. And by them being paid, it gives them proper incentive to show up and maintain the area and do a good job at it, rather than sometimes volunteers have been known to not show up. As again, they're volunteers, so it happens from time to time, whereas a paid student would be obligated to do so, or they'd have to be replaced. That's all I have to say. Thanks.
Also, the same, wrapping it with the new building, it'd be nice to have it open with paid staff. There's lots of kids in Chalk River that can do it, that have lots of spare time, and I think it's a great idea to use for it. Thank you.
I have to say, when I was a kid myself, growing up and playing hockey, I had to shovel the rink a lot myself, and it would be a nice idea to have somebody paid there to look after it. I think a nice rink for you kids. Thank you.
I think this is a great idea. We've done this in the past where we had students that were paid to keep the rink shoveled. What I have to remind you all again is that we have 3 outdoor rinks, and we have to think about all 3 of them. And right now they're all kept clean by volunteers, so I encourage, and you're going to hear the word volunteer a lot, and that's when you or your mums, your dads, your cousins, your aunts, grandpas go out and help do things. It costs money to pay students. I think it's a good idea, but we have to think about all 3 rinks. The one out in Point Alexander is used a lot as well, run by volunteers. But it's something we'll definitely look at to see if we can pay students for possibly all 3 rinks, so you guys can stay active. Thank you.
As I've been going door to door from house to house over the last 4 weeks, 2 things have been really cropping up. One is transportation for our seniors, and the second is recreation for our youth. And the rink is definitely one of those areas that is very important to what you have been telling us and what your parents have been telling us. So I'm very much in support of what you're asking, but as was pointed out, there's always a funding issue. We've got to make trade-offs, so we'd have to look into that. Thank you.
I support what everybody has said, and being the last person, it's difficult to follow. But what I will do is, I can't promise, because as a council member, there's 5 of us who vote on things. But I can commit that I will bring this across the council and do our best to try and get people to utilize those rinks and some support to help clean it and so forth. So that's what I will commit to everybody here, whether I'm as the mayor or not. I'll fight for you as all of those causes. Thank you very much.